Alright, so today I'm going to cover a question that keeps getting asked a lot on my comment section, and I haven't really gave any answers in there. And I think this is the best way to kind of deliver that message. I just want to mention one thing. I will be playing in a game which you guys can come and watch. Everyone that's from England, Scotland, Wales, somewhere close, if you would like to come watch it. It's for a good cause as well. It's a charity event for the Offside Trust. Now, a few of you might know who the Offside Trust are, but yes, I will be playing in that game. It is with some ex-professionals and some celebrities as well. You might know Danny Murphy. I know that's one of them that's been confirmed. There's only about 5 or 6 people that have been confirmed that I'm aware of. Danny Murphy being one. He's probably the standout one for me because, like I said, I grew up watching him. All the information for tickets, the place, the date and everything is all in the description, so you can just go look down there. So the question being, where have the videos gone on the football matches for Wolverhampton? And I know I was uploading them regularly and they just kind of disappeared. Like, what kind of happened? So the season went really well up until like December time. I was on a good goal tally, we were on good points. Like, for myself personally, I was really chuffed with how everything was going. And then I started getting a few injuries, and I've never really had any injuries in my whole kind of like career of playing football. I've been quite lucky. And they all kind of just hit at once. I got one injury, and then as soon as I recovered I got another one, and then I was trying to force myself to play because I was missing football, and it got worse and worse, and that kind of just kept circulating to the point where like I was just not uploading any of the matches because I was worried that I'd only get 20 minutes and then come off injured, or I would be worried about trying to put 100% effort in when I know I could only give 80%, if that makes sense. So that was a big part of it. But one of my first games back was against Hebburn. We got beat 2-0. It was our first proper defeat of the season. The one earlier in the league, we got beat 4-1 off Silksworth and I got sent off, and I just didn't really like that game. It didn't feel proper. We didn't have a full squad out and it just didn't feel right. But this was the proper first defeat against a team that were just better than us on the day. We're still currently top of the league, but they're below us and they've got games in hand on us. So we're looking for first and second place right now, so we'll see how that goes. And then right after that game, we played against Sunderland, which are a team we beat early in the season 7-1. I hate to talk about this because it kind of gets to me a little bit. I got sent off within 20 minutes for a tackle that was all to do with how the players reacted against me. So I'd made a tackle, and yeah, it wasn't the best tackle I've ever made, but I didn't touch the person. I would be open and honest if I touched him. The red card I got early in the season, you know, 100% my fault. I shouldn't have opened my mouth to the referee. That was my bad. This time it was all to do with the referee. And I think it was kind of like him having a little bit of bottle about him, and him making a decision for himself and not for the players and the reactions of the players around him. At first he pulled out a yellow card, which to me was shocking anyways because I knew I hadn't caught him. It was just the way he reacted, and I thought nothing was going to come from it. He pulled out a yellow card, and then he walked over to me, and the players surrounded me and started having a go and saying it was an awful tackle and all this. Then he took me to a side, put away that yellow card and pulled out a red card. Now, you can kind of tell that in his brain he's thought, okay, I'm going to have to give a yellow card for this. And then he's been pressured by the players around him, and because he didn't really have any authority for himself and he couldn't make a decision for himself, he just went by how everyone reacted, and it got me sent off and it ruined the game. It was 0-0 at the point. We were on the attack when it just happened as well. I hadn't made a tackle the whole game. This was my first tackle. I hadn't really touched much of the ball in that game at that point, but it was quite even. And then when all that happened, they ended up winning 3-0. Like I said, I wasn't even recording from the beginning. I wish I was, because that tackle would have been perfectly on camera, and it's just one of them things that I just wish I'd done. But not to worry, I don't want to touch on it too much. Like I said, I took it to Twitter to talk about things, but just kind of gets to you a bit because now it's kind of ruined my season. That's my second red card, which basically means I can't play for 4 more matches. One of them being a semi-final, which I've worked really hard, and the team's worked really hard to get to that semi-final. Now I'm not going to be a part of that, so it's kind of annoying, but hopefully we'll push into the final and I'm able to play in that one. But with injuries and red cards and stuff like that, it's just set myself back. Like I say, I set myself a target of goals this season. I didn't know how we were going to do as a team because the team in previous seasons have finished random places like 8th and 10th and close to the bottom, so I wasn't sure how good Wolverhampton were at the time. So for us to be doing what we're doing now is great. It's kind of ruined my mood a little bit with the whole football thing, but that's why I'm not uploading the matches. You can probably tell I was a bit annoyed about all that, but either way, let's move on. But yeah, if you do want to get involved in the game, you can come down just on the day and just get a ticket and come watch the game, or you can donate as well by going down in the description. All that stuff is there for you. But my next video is going to be on Tuesday, so hopefully you guys are enjoying all the other content. But yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday.